How we doing, guys, and welcome. It is Kraken here, and today we're going to be looking at Alpha 21. No, I do not have a copy of Alpha 21, but we're going to be looking at what day one potentially could look like in Alpha 21. We've been going through the dev forums, we've been looking at all of their tweets, looking at what everybody is talking about regarding Alpha 21, and we're going to look at the speculation and what they've confirmed for Alpha 21. So what is day one going to look like? As always, you're going to start off Alpha 21 by punching some grass. Right, so here we are placing our frame, the upgrading of our frame. Then we need to craft our campfire, and customary as always, placing the campfire on top of our first frame. Right, there we go. Beginning quest done, and this gives us the most important thing, a location to our trader and those first 4 important skill points. Running off down the road 177 meters away from our first trader, and as you can see here, I've got my first 4 skill points for completing the beginning quests. Now, this has all changed. So as you can see, the crafting menu now has a little hammer added on after the books. The new system is going to be learn by looting. Not to get confused with when we used to do learn by doing. When we used to sit on top of a roof and build 100 stone axes on day 1 to build up your quality. Now your quality of your items is going to be done by finding magazines. Here's an example of one of the magazines that we're going to be able to find in the game. This one is going to be for spears. To be able to craft the pipe shotgun, we need to find 1 to 3 magazines. Once we've found 4 magazines, we'll be able to craft a double barrel shotgun. Once we've found over 11 magazines, so magazine number 12, we'll be able to craft the pump shotgun, and then once we've got to 28 magazines, we'll be able to craft the auto shotgun. Now, quality of the items is determined by how many magazines you've found. So if you've got 1 magazine, you're going to be able to create a tier 1 or a brown pipe shotgun. Once you've got your 3 magazines, you'll be crafting a tier 5 quality pipe shotgun, and that works exactly the same for all of the items that you're going to be crafting in the game. They, as you can see from the left hand side here, some go up to 50 magazines required, some are 75, and some are going to be 100. No doubt these numbers will change to sort out the balancing of the game, but everything goes from brown quality 1 as we've known it in the past, up to quality number 5. All a little bit confusing, I know, but I'm sure the Fun Pimps will make it work. Paper has been replaced by magazines in the game. So this is very, very useful, that we're not just going to be finding paper on all of the bookshelves. We're going to be finding magazines, which are going to be very, very useful. And I hope they stack, else that's going to be an absolute nightmare if they don't. But we will be reading them straight away. Now, depending on what you perk into, gives you a higher drop rate chance of finding the magazines for that. So if you perk into shotguns, put one of your perk points into shotguns, you're more likely to find the shotgun magazines. The thing I really like about this system though is the fact that you're going to be able to build a tier 5 quality weapon before you go on to the next tier, and then when you start the new tier, you're going to be building a low quality 1 weapon until you find enough magazines. Interesting way for this to work. I want to hear your comments down below. The last thing that we have heard by the Fun Pimps though is that the drop rate of guns, weapons is going to be vastly reduced. So we need to find those magazines, people. Running towards our first trader then, and quite often, as long as you stick to the roads, you'll see quite a few cars. Now, the looting cars used to be really, really good. Quite often you'd find your first axe in the cars, or maybe a pickaxe level 2. They have nerfed the loot in the cars, so hopefully not too much, but they have said they're going to be nerfing the loot in the cars. But new models of cars in the game. Not just the same boring sedan we've been looking at for 5 alphas now. Personally, I really like these new models of cars. We've already had a few added in the previous alphas, but we're getting more and more, which is making the game look more realistic. And we've even got a tractor thrown in for good measure. Fantastic. Here we go then, finally made it down the road to Trader Bob. Bob has had a makeover. Now this is the new Trader Bob. So as from Alpha 19, they gave each of the traders a specialization, and it was always quite difficult to work out which one actually specialized in what. With the new model of Trader Rect, it was very obvious to see straight away that he specialized in crops, seeds, plants, food, that kind of stuff. Now with Trader Bob, it's quite easy to see that he specializes in vehicles. So we've got a bit of a scrapyard here with a load of cars, making it very easy to know that he is the vehicle guy. Hopefully they sort out the other two as well. Jen, maybe a small little medical centre. I don't know, maybe a nurse's outfit. We'd all like to see that, wouldn't we? Right then, let's get inside and see Trader Bob. But before we do that, we've always got to go and check out the vending machine. Changes to the vending machine include adding water and other drinks to the vending machine. But this comes at a high price. All the prices are now going to be a lot higher than they were in the past. Inflation is a bitch. Right, let's jump inside and see Trader Bob.
Thank God, a customer. I thought you might be one of the dead.
Bob, I am not dead and I need a job. Sort me out, come on.
I have a task for you, friend, if you're interested. Brilliant. I guess this kind of makes us friends now.
Right, let's go and do this job for Trader Bob. We need to make some dukes. Right, here we go then. Our first POI, our first proper bit of looting in the game. Let's get ourselves up and into the POI. Ooh, what have we got here? The murky water, perfect. Here we go. Oh no, flapping turkey, come on. We do not like the flapping turkeys. Normally I get infected on day 1. Let's try and change that habit of a lifetime. Drop ourselves down into the POI. Oh, I can see some medical supplies there. That'll be useful. What have we got here? Very nice, very nice. A bandage. Some vitamins. Oh, and some honey. So when I do get infected, which is probably going to be very shortly, I can sort myself right out. Where's the zombie? Oh my god, there he is. Oh, I'm in the floor. What am I doing in the floor? Come on. A little bit dark in here. Not got a headlight yet. Come on. Oh no, shit. Out of stamina. Come on. Tell you what. After years playing this game, I don't get much better. Come on. Power attack. Sorted you out. Cans. Cans are no longer in the game. So that's a thing of the past. We're not going to be getting cans to scrap down anymore. Arlene, how you doing? Come on. Oh, I see. You know what I've spotted over there? Cooking pots. Cooking pots are now even more critical than they were in the past. What else have we got? Jars. Jars are no longer in the game. Cans also not in the game. Oh, coffee. That's a good find. Murky water. That's going to become very important. Bones. More bones. Super water, mineral water is now, you are not going to find that at the beginning of the game. That's a very, very rare drop, virtually impossible to get at the beginning of the game. I think that's pretty much everything done for the kitchen. So let's get our satchel and let's get back to the trader. Right, I didn't have time to get back to the trader. I needed to find myself somewhere to camp down for the night. I'm as thirsty as... Finding that murky water though was a great find, and that cooking pot. The cooking pot is going to be crucial. Knowing those POIs that have a free cooking pot like that on the side, and I hope they stay there, is going to be even more crucial than the past. From the murky water we can make boiled water, which will give us something to drink, and we have a bit of coffee there as well, but that is not going to be enough. Water is now going to be a major problem now that we haven't got jars in the game. We can't just go and get murky water. We can drink murky water straight from any water source, but we are going to lose 5 hit points and have a 12% chance of dysentery. So the odds on that, drinking murky water, is not very good. Not very good at all. But you might not have a choice. One new item in the game though that could help us with this is going to be the dew collector. The dew collector can make up to 3 bottles of water a day every 24 hours. That is not a lot, especially when you're running around at the beginning of the game. Now, to make a dew collector, there is one part, which is the filter, that you cannot craft yourself. It's also a very rare drop, so we're probably going to need to make sure that we get it from the trader as a quest reward. So bringing questing more into the game, so we're really going to have to do this to get this dew collector sorted. Water is going to be a massive problem now in the game. If we don't get some drink soon, that's it, game over, Red Rover for us. Right then guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little insight of what Alpha 21 Day 1 might actually look like there. So we decided to have a bit of fun with it and see what changes are going to bring to the game. Obviously water is one of the most important factors now, and the dew collector, there's been a lot of controversy about that one. Everyone talking about it, some people like it, some people don't like it, and obviously the whole new perk system with magazines. Now personally I'm going to quite like not getting stacks and stacks of paper every time we go to a cracker book, but that's one key thing to actually keep in mind when you do go to a cracker book and when you go to a working stiffs. The loot is meant to stick more to a theme now for the places that you are raiding. So if you go into a passing gas, you'll find magazines about cars, working stiff about tools, and so on and so forth. So that I'm really looking forward to. But as always, big thumbs up on the video guys. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more 7 Days to Die content. We are going to be in the streamer weekend, so keep an eye out for that, and Alpha 21 will drop when the Fun Pimps say so, because nobody can guess that. You guys have a cracking day, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.